Hello, welcome back to One Mindful Breath. My name is Hannah, for those of you I haven't met yet. Firstly, before we get on with this video, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and has been watching and liking the videos. I do really appreciate it, and without you, I would not be able to grow my channel. So thank you so much, and I really hope that you continue to enjoy the videos that I'm putting out around breathwork and meditation and potentially some of my adventures along the way. But enough of that, and let's get on with today's video. So today's video is all about breathwork, unsurprisingly, and I'm sure if you're here on this channel you have heard the term breathwork, and perhaps you know what that means, perhaps you don't, perhaps you're trying to find out a little bit more. So I hope that this video is going to give you a little bit of an overview of the breathscape, or just the breathing spectrum. And so this video is about breath training versus breath work. Okay, so firstly, what is breath work? I think most facilitators, educators, coaches within this field would all have different definitions depending on what their outcome is. And so for me, it's about grounding, it's about taking a moment, pausing, reconnecting with my body. That is my main purpose for me when doing breath work. However, there's lots of other ways we can use it for, which I also enjoy, but that is my definition. It's a tool, a technique to help us ground and connect back into ourself, into our being. So what is breath training? Breath training is this part of the breathing spectrum where we are trying to get our respiratory system to be working more effective and efficiently on a daily basis. So most of us have dysfunctional breathing in some way or another. And that's mostly because of stresses and strains and the way that we live now, being sat down a lot. Our posture's changed, and our posture and our breath interrelate and interconnect very deeply. So when we're thinking and working on breath training, we're using our nose, we're getting low into the lungs, we're getting that belly and rib expansion, and we're trying to breathe less. So we don't want to breathe in loads and loads of volume, which I know often we kind of think that's going to help us get more oxygen, but it's not. We need to breathe less so that we're not over breathing, we're not hyperventilating, we're breathing in the amount we need for the activity that we are doing, and we're not putting more stress and strain on our body. So this breath training is about creating this efficiency and strength on a daily basis, which will help us sleep, anxiety, stress, lower blood pressure, lower our heart rate, and many, many more things. And then we have breath work. So with the breath training, you can bring it into breath work. And breath work is a lot more about using different ratios. So breathing in for a certain count, breathing out for a certain count, holding the breath at the bottom, holding the breath at the top. Either way, the breath work that we're doing is trying to manipulate these 4 parts of the breath. When we do this, it's great to bring in our techniques from breath training to help us do the work. So if I'm going to do a box breath, or I'm going to practice coherent breathing, or I'm going to do an extended exhale, I'm still going to use my nose, I'm going to go low into the lungs, getting that rib expansion, trying to breathe lightly. So that's going to be my aim when I do my breath work. And these are the 2 differences. Within breath work as well, you could also put in, say, like pranayama techniques, which again is going to be using different ratios to breathe in and out, holding the breath, extending the exhale. Pranayama is a lot more about connecting into the energy within the body and kind of unlocking different parts of that energy to then help us breathe more efficiently and to open up our body. But that can also be seen as a part of breath work. Another part of breath work is the area which is more therapeutic. So it's kind of breathing for therapy, if you will. And now this breath is slightly different in that you will often use your mouth for this breath. When we use our mouths to breathe in this style, it helps to unlock and open the body and help us to integrate different parts of our past, events, things that have happened to us. And this is all part of breath work. And there's many different styles. So it could be neurodynamic breath work, transformational breathing, conscious connected breathing, holotropics, rebirthing, all these different techniques, which essentially all come from rebirthing and holotropics, and then have been slightly changed and shifted depending on the outcome. But the main aim for that type of breath work is this kind of release of the body, whether it's emotional, whether it's tensions, and being able to integrate, which is the really important part of that breath work, is being able to integrate our past and the experience of the breath to then be able to move forward in our life in whatever area it may be. So to round up, you have breath training, which is more about daily efficiency, getting our breathing mechanics to work well again, getting our respiratory system moving, getting that gas exchange more efficient, so that we're just generally more efficient on a daily basis. If you want to add in the breath work, you can add different ratios to the 4 elements of breath: inhale and exhale, holding at the top, holding at the bottom. And then you can also go kind of further down the spectrum, if you will, to another part of breath work, which is kind of breath therapy, where we're using the breath to open up and unlock our body to help us integrate things from our past and be able to move forward and live a more fuller life. And so even if you're not practicing the therapeutic breath, even if you're just doing breath training, that is still going to bring you this kind of new lease of life as you're able to breathe more efficiently. So I hope that made sense. I hope the rain here in the Himalayas hasn't been too much, and do put a comment down below, like, subscribe, let me know if this is helpful, if there's anything else you would like to see on this channel, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you.